28F, 32M. Husband thinks I live a sad life. I am not the op. Op is you, throwragnaik 423 from you, relationship advice. Trigger warning. Toxic relationship. Less than. Mood spoiler. Weird and sad. Less than. / 28F. / 32 meters. Husband thinks I live a sad life. https www.reddit.com/r/relationship advice/comments/100nc000/28f32m. Husband thinks I live a sad life /UTM source equals share and UTM medium equals iOS app and UTM name equals iOS SMF. January 1, 2023. We have been married for 1 year but have known each other for 2 years. My husband and I were enjoying the new year, and he told me he wanted me to do more this year. I am a stay-at-home wife and have no friends or siblings. I have never been good at making friends. I get so much anxiety from talking to people that it has just never been my strongest suit. My husband told me that sometimes when he's at work and I text him, he feels like not answering because he's busy, but he thinks about how all I do is stay at home. And he just sort of feels bad for me. He said he feels kind of sad when I tell him that the highlight of my day was when I got home and that he wants more for me, saying that all he wants for me is a group of friends that I can go to brunch with or complain to when we're disagreeing. I told him that I don't need anyone but him and I'm genuinely fine. But he doesn't seem to think so. I do have a political science bachelor's degree and worked as a paralegal for 2 years. But I found that so unfulfilling that there was just nothing I was passionate about. He said that he wants me to put myself out there and go to cooking classes, knitting classes, and a language class. But I am honestly fine. I really don't mind him being the center of my life. He just makes me so happy and fulfilled. I don't know how to convince him that my life isn't as sad as he thinks. I kind of feel bad because he told me he doesn't like that my happiness relies on him. But he told me that it not because he find me exhausting but because he doesn't think it healthy for me to only have him for human interaction, but I have lived most of my life without talking to others, so I think it fine. Comments. What she does. I clean, cook, buy groceries, basically take care of the household. Her replying to people's advice. So I just shouldn't text him as much unless he will find me boring. I guess I can come off clingy sometimes. I will try and do things he finds exciting to make him happy. Thanks for the advice. I didn't realize that I was being exhausting. If finding a hobby makes him happy, then I will definitely do it now. Single comment. I have always struggled communicating with people and being genuinely happy. Before I used to sleep for long periods of time and work a job I hated. Now my routine is not that different, but I feel happier knowing I am waking up to him. So if anything, he kind of healed my depression. I don't really know what it means to have a personality of my own or whatever. I have always been very dull and quiet. I don't know how to explain. I have always been alone, so I don't really know how to talk to people. My mom homeschooled me throughout high school, and I know that was years ago, but I still find everyone to be very scary. I don't like being alone, so I try my best to make my husband happy now. I feel like my plan backfired and I'm just panicking that he gonna leave me. Like I'm constantly scared that he gonna leave me, then I get images of myself sleeping in bed alone. I really don't know how to not revolve the things I do around him. I am constantly thinking of ways to make him happy so he doesn't leave me. I don't want to think like that, but it's just how I think. Someone suggesting depression and anxiety. How do I know if I have depression or anxiety? I know that situations with people aside from husband gives me anxiety, but do I really have anxiety? / 28F / 32M. Update. Husband think I live a sad life. https www.reddit.com/r/relationshipadvice/comments/102bink/28f32 Update. Husband think Olivia sad life January 3, 2023. Thanks for the advice. I showed my husband the post and he reassured me and explained what some of you were telling me. I have a low EQ, so it takes time for me to understand some things for what they are. I wasn't purposely missing the point. I don't feel like I'm ready to do group-oriented activities yet, so I'm gonna start with therapy and an online book club and video game. Some asked about my family. My mother is the only family I have, but we lost contact because she was mad I went to college and that I decided to move out. She thought I was ungrateful even though I was grateful. I think she was good mom, but she was a little too caring and protective. For example, she still bathed me when I was 17 and I wasn't allowed devices unless there were for learning time. I was only allowed to leave house once a week to the library and for my ACT exam. If it wasn't for the librarian, I don't think I would have known how to apply. The doors were always locked and she always hid the keys, but I never really had any reason to go out since I was homeschooled. Some people are worried about my financial independence. I did sign a prenup because my husband comes from money, but it did mention that he would give set amount of money if we ever divorce, just not any of his properties. My husband gave me 3 properties in my name. I rent them out so I have income from that. My husband handles that process, but I know I always get a set amount of money in my account from it. Edit. I got message from someone thinking my mom abused me. She didn't hit me or anything. She just babied me a lot. Comments. Thanks for the advice. I made sure to make goals to achieve for the end of every month, plus I have my husband to keep me accountable. Someone asked why her mother bathed her at 17. I don't know. She just loved me a lot. She was a loner too, so I was all she had. So she put a lot of effort into taking care of me. I am not the op. Maybe the husband's delivery wasn't the best. But that does sound like kind of a sad life. No interests or hobbies or friends. I hope she's able to get the mental health help she needs and finds out what her interests are. She was probably correct when she said she doesn't have an independent personality yet. Hopefully she can develop into a more vibrant person. That therapist when Oop starts talking about her mom. Oh. She's probably content without friends or hobbies because she's already gained so much compared to how she grew up. An education, income, a family and freedom. So sad. Poor lady. I hope therapy helps her and she's able to find some joy in outside interests. I hope her book club starts with the Jeanette McCurdy book, 'cause yikes. I don't think my mom abused me. She bathed me up until I was 17 and only let me leave the house once a week. The doors were locked and she hid the keys. Girl WHAT? This post gave me the heebie-jeebies. The Oop seems to have gone from one toxic codependent relationship to another codependent relationship. She needs a lot of support and help. My daughter is 17 and the thought of bathing her unless she was very ill is just smothering and over-protective. I seriously hope this person is able to access therapy. Her mom might not have hit her, but they need to realize she was abusive. Bathing her at 17. Not allowing her to leave the house? No wonder she can't relate to anyone. She was denied all opportunity to develop the skills. Finding out about her mom explains a lot. Yikes on bikes. Very glad the Oop intends to seek therapy. I do wonder how she and her husband got together. And from his perspective, why? But I guess it's a good thing that he is encouraging her to get out more and develop her interests. I'm glad she landed a good man. So many awful ones would love to have a housewife with no hobby other than catering to the man. And no friends or family to protect her. Sure, his words weren't perfect at first, but his heart was in the right place. I hope Oop's therapist helps her realize her mother did a real number on her and that her many issues probably hinge from that upbringing. Good for her husband though. Someone like Oop is primed for abuse, and I'm so glad she didn't run into a predator before she found her husband. She is very lucky she married a man who cares about her well-being, because it really sounds like her mom set her up to be the perfect victim. Her mom did what? I hope everything works out for her. This is so sad. I mean, Oop sounds like a sweetie, and if that truly makes her happy, then more power to her. But it sounds like she never got a chance to learn who she is or what life can be like. It also sounds like her husband just realized that as well. It's great he's supportive. I hope she finds herself. Oop's mother ruined her completely. I wonder how she managed to even date her husband. She needs serious therapy. Her mother didn't love her a lot. She needed control of everything and stunted her in every aspect of life. I'm so creeped out over this. Oof. 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 Thank everything she went to uni. Hopefully she can do some work in therapy and find some hobbies and blossom as an individual. This is a weird situation. She should check out events at her local library. It's a low-key environment, and there are many activities that cater to low-stress social interactions. Heck, she could simply go there to browse and read to acclimate herself to being around other people.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Haircast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.